doing?
What's up, Shash? How you
Hey,
doing?
hey, hey.
Hey, how are you guys, man?
I'm doing great. I'm
Good.
doing great. How's quarantine in NYC?
Quarantine in NYC is as wonderful as ever, apart from the fact that NYC is really going through a lot right now. You
It
know,
is. How many cases
uh,
are there right now?
I honestly, man, I'm not keeping up with the numbers because if I started keeping up with the numbers, then being an artist, being a person who's trying to create positivity, I'm not trying to feed the anxiety of the
Right.
situation. I'm respecting the suffering, but as a person, I'm trying to create love and harmony.
Are
And
you
that's what
getting
I do.
are you getting creative in quarantine?
Of course. You think
Yeah.
you've known me, you've met me.
Exactly. We
That's me.
we
Yeah.
post like twice a week, and we're gonna start doing
Wow.
daily uploads because
Nice,
I
man.
know we're in quarantine and it's just gotta get content up.
Yeah, we have you know what I mean? Got the time on your
Yeah,
hands. And if
of
you're,
course.
you know,
So that's the best thing. I'm so happy you guys invited me for this. And when Cody messaged me, I was like, I'd love to do this because that's exactly what we're here to do. If we have time to just rest and see what we like doing,
right.
and to
Exactly.
do that.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other since when's the last time I saw you?
I
You were
think you saw me last on like January 2nd, 2017, bro.
That's a long time ago. Was it like the
Because we shot that film on New Year's Day, right? That's how I
Yeah,
remember the date.
Chimera.
I mean, oh,
That was when the Hollywood
Hollyweed.
sign.
The
Hollyweed, yeah.
Hollyweed sign, yeah.
Bruh, we were probably the only short film or film in general with that Hollywood sign in it.
We
Honestly.
had the Hollyweed sign in it, then we had the Hollywood sign in it when they fixed one of
Dude,
the O's.
that was really fun. And then we spent that day in your house editing Chimera.
Yeah. It was a beautiful film, man. Beautiful
It was
short.
it was good. It was good. Do you still keep in touch with Maram?
I saw Maram last year, I think, at a networking thing, a little networking thing I had with some friends. That's when I saw Maram, and she was doing good. Yeah,
When's
man,
la-
we're all creating, you know.
when's the last time you were in LA?
The same time I came to LA, I left LA on like around the 20th of January. I
Oh
think the
wow, so
day
you've been
after
in
the
New
film.
York. You've been in New York ever since.
I went to India for 3 months. I moved back to India actually.
What part of
In
India?
New Delhi, Mumbai, I was
New
all
Delhi.
over the place. I was
Okay.
traveling, making a couple of films.
Okay.
So I did that. And then in September of 2017, I came back to New York to visit. And then I ended up staying. And since then, I've been in New York.
Have you I saw that on your social media you did a film called, is it L? I don't want to pronounce it wrong, but is it
Don't worry
L?
about it.
L is
El
Cavill?
Cavill.
El
El
Cavill.
Cavill.
El Cavill.
Yeah, it's called El Cavill. And the
Is
film's
it a
about a
short?
homeless guy. It's a short. It's a silent short. It's a tribute to Charlie Chaplin because, like, Charlie Chaplin's like my inspiration, and the director and story writer whose story it is, she met me and she wanted to cast me in it because she's also been inspired by the story of this homeless guy who only has one shoe. So
Yeah.
that's where she started, and we did this beautiful silent comedy that basically touches on the lives of homeless people.
Where can one watch the film?
yeah.
So right now we're running the festival circuit. We're about to hit Fort Myers. We've got about 5-6 good festivals. So I'd say another 12 months the film may not be available online because we're trying to hit the festival circuit over the next 12 months. But
Yeah.
maybe one of the festivals might post it up. I'll keep you updated because we might be we might be in some film festivals that are online at some point where we might want some people to vote for us, watch our movies.
Oh yeah,
That's when
bro.
we'd love to reach out to you and share that movie with you as well because it's a very beautiful movie. We're getting really good responses on it.
That's great.
know?
That's really great.
Yeah, man.
And we kind of filmed it like we filmed Chimera almost because I was about to move to India and they were like, Shash, we'll just take you for one day and come film with us. So it was a really low budget film that I also helped with the screenplay and edit and all of that.
So
How long
okay,
how long
what
does
about
it usually how long does it usually take to film like a short film? Like how long did it take to film Chimera?
It took.
Chimera, we took. Yeah, go on, Cody. You tell us about Chimera a little bit.
I think it took the shooting. I remember we started at 5 a.m. because we had to get Danny. Danny Goller was the actor in it, and we had to get. Dude, Shosh is a Picasso with a camera. I'm serious. Shosh brought off this. What camera did you have? Was it like a Canon 5D?
Yes.
That it was.
Thank you for saying that, by the way. I really appreciate you saying that.
I've never seen a camera like this before. Like you were showing me like how to work it. It was crazy. And you shot that film very, very well, by the way.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, we had to get up at 5 a.m. To shoot with Danny. So that was pretty. It was me, Danny, Shosh, and Maram, and we shot the whole day. We shot the whole day.
You remember Rachel was with us as well?
Rachel was there.
Yeah.
But Rachel wasn't there at 5 a.m. She came. She came later when we shot.
She came for her shot. She came just for her shot, and then she stayed after, I think, for a bit.
Yeah.
And Carl came as well.
Carl was there. Everyone showed up.
Yeah.
Rachel's a boxer, right?
I think she's a Muay Thai and a boxer. I don't know. She's a fighter.
Yeah,
She's a dope fighter.
Yeah, but so that took like a day time. But keep in mind, my film was only like 3 minutes. So,
yeah.
So it wasn't. I was trying to get it less than 5 to submit it to USC, which was the whole thing.
Right.
So, how long was El Cavil?
El Cavil? I think El Cavil is about 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
It's
Okay.
not
How long
that
did it take
long.
you to shoot?
We shot over 2 days. But I've also shot films that are like, 4 minutes that take 5 days to shoot, depending on locations. A film shoot is such a dynamic thing because, like, Chimera was a simple shoot. Also, it was New Year's Day, and, it was just me as the camera person. So it's easy to film that film almost, if I may use that word. But other films, like, you have to take in sound into consideration, availability of location into consideration, schedule into consideration, weather, the kind of shot you want, daytime, nighttime, everything. So sometimes we do film shoots where we shoot 2 hours a day for 6 days because we need to shoot like that.
Did you shoot Sitting Duck?
I did one day on Sitting Duck with you.
Yeah, you were there.
Same day.
You were the camera guy, right? Did you camera with that?
I helped with sound that day.
Oh, yeah.
You were the camera guy, and I was in the movie for something a little bit.
Yeah, I played their double, or like Carl's double. Yeah. That was funny.
Good stuff. Yeah. So tell me something. How are films with you guys? What kind of films are you guys working on, or have you been working on?
I go to Towson Film School right now, Towson University in Baltimore, and I'm a film student right now. I haven't really worked on films that much at the moment. I've mostly just been doing this podcast. I'm doing an acting thing because my friend Vaughn, who goes to Emerson, I met him at USC. He's shooting like a GTA 6 animated short film, and he needs voice actors, and he asked me if I wanted to voice act in it, and I said yeah, for sure. So I'm doing that now. But Ty does performing arts.
Yeah, I'm more like music theater. I saw you did music theater also. Yeah, and I haven't been any film. I helped film a music video though when I was up in New York. I don't know.
Nice. I mean, musical theater is awesome because I've done quite a bit of theater in New York as well, right?
Yeah, you went to the Actors Studio, right?
Yeah, I was a finalist at the Actors Studio for a while. I worked with Estelle Parsons and,
So wait, what is
Oscar winners?
What is the Actors Studio? Is it like a performing arts school, or is it like a?
That's a giant question.
I know. I'm trying to leave because you explained it to me. I just can't remember.
No, but I'm glad you asked me that because people don't really know what it is. There's a name out there. And now I'm not really like connected with it these days. I am connected, but I'm not a part of it officially these days. I'll probably go back someday. But I can obviously clarify that. So the Actors Studio is an institution, if I may, that started back in the 40s or the 50s with Elia Kazan and a couple of people from the group theater who came together to create a place for actors to be able to play. So just play. Like, it doesn't matter if you're doing a movie, if you're doing anything, just go out there, play. Just a stage.
Yeah.
So that was the concept. And then Lee Strasberg came in and he coached people like Brando, Marilyn Monroe, and like Sidney Poitier, Paul Newman, all these legends of American acting. And American acting changed through Brando and their work at the Actors Studio. And that's where films like, Streetcar and all these films directed by people like Elia Kazan from the Actors Studio became American legends. And they were on Broadway and everything. Like Paul Newman was an American legend, Marilyn Monroe was an American legend. And these were all Actors Studio people. Pacino and everyone. So moving on, later in the day, in 1988, Actors Studio started a drama school called the Actors Studio Drama School that I applied to, became a part of, did my MFA, and then I was at the Actors Studio for about 4 years.
What years were you there? Were you there from?
So I was at the school from 2013 to 16 almost, and I was at the studio from end of 15 to 2019.
So when you came out to LA, what was your purpose for being out there when you were out there when I was?
I was at the Actors Studio in LA because I was exploring.
Oh, there's one in LA.
Yeah, okay. There's one on Sunset Boulevard. I was staying in Hollywood. You remember? I was in West Hollywood.
Yeah, you had that nice crib. It was a nice apartment.
Thank you. Yeah, I was at the Actors Studio West, which was like 5 minutes away from my house. So I could walk. That's why I stayed there. And I was there like almost every day.
So how long were you in LA for?
About 3 months, I think. I came to LA on the day before the elections. And I left the day after Donald Trump got inaugurated.
So having lived in New York and Los Angeles, yeah. I haven't been to New York since I was 9. So I don't know much about. I want to go. I just haven't had the opportunity. But having lived both places, what do you prefer, New York or Los Angeles?
God, bro. See, I love New York. New York's the first city that's been a home to me. I've lived in London. I've lived in New Delhi. I've lived in cities across India. I've lived in cities in England. I've lived in LA. I've lived in New York. I've lived in Mumbai. So of all the places, New York has been my first home, even though I wasn't born here.
Did you move?
It's connected. What?
When did you move? When did you move from India to New York?
2013.
2013. August. So that must have been like a huge culture shock. Was it a huge?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Because I lived for 6 years in England. And in India, I lived in different environments because I've been to a boarding school. I've been to different schools. I've lived in different cities. So I'm not a person that's as culture shocked. I'm more of a global citizen as a person.
Girl.
But when I get to places, it's more like I shock people with my culture.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But so I moved to New York. New York gave me home. And coming back to your question, I love LA. To me, LA is fucking paradise, right? LA is beautiful.
LA was.
You have fun, relax. But I don't know if I'd like to go to LA if I wasn't really busy or happy, creatively fulfilled, because LA can be isolating. In LA, if I'm not fulfilled, like I could go fucking nuts. You know, because there's traffic and I can only do 3 things in a day. I'm swearing all over your podcast. I'm sorry about that.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Dope. So that's that. But New York, if I'm feeling low, I just need to go for a walk on the street and something will show up to make my day or give me something to do and I'll get creative.
Right.
Where do you live in New York?
I live in the East Village.
Is that in Manhattan?
Yeah, that's in Manhattan.
So wait, Ty went to AMDA. Where was that at compared to AMDA?
Where's the Actor Studio located?
Actor Studio's Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen. Oh, yes, that's like a couple because we were on.
You were in Hell's Kitchen.
No, we were in Upper West Side.
No, cool, nice. Upper West Side's cool.
But what is that? Like 30 blocks down from Hell's Kitchen?
About yeah, just about that.
So wait, hold up.
Central Park, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So wait, this is kind of an off-topic question, but wait, Ty, didn't you have something about the you saw like his meditation?
Yeah, I see you got healing work. I see you got healing work on your website right here. And man, that's pretty cool. Like, so I see you got guided meditations, as in you're guiding the meditation there?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I didn't know you did that stuff.
Yeah. When'd you start getting that?
I've been doing that since 2016. I was doing that in LA while I was in LA as well.
How did you meet? Okay.
What got you into that? Like what
got me into that? Acting got me into that. I've always been
right.
a person who's kind of been searching for things. I've had experiences that have made me ask questions.
Huh.
Like I had a car crash when I felt like I died and came back. And then I
When
was
was
like,
the car
what?
crash?
That was in 2009, like a month before my 21st birthday, I think.
Was
So,
that were you in India?
no, that was in London. I was
So
driving.
what happened? Well, how did that?
I don't know if I want to go into the details of that. There were a lot of people in the car and we crashed into a tree. And
Okay.
I left my body, I felt, and I saw myself and I saw everyone, like no one could see me kind of thing.
Right.
And then I was woken up. And then my life wasn't really going great because I started acting when I was 24, when I moved, like 6 months before I moved to New York, or like a year before I moved to New York, I started acting. So I wasn't acting then. I wasn't in a good place. So that's when I started asking the question that why am I still alive? You know,
Right.
because I
Yeah.
didn't want to be alive. I was like, what the fuck, man? I was about to die. I was happily gonna go. I didn't even have to kill myself.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was a depressing thing to say, but that started my journey of why am I still going through this? You know, this feels shit. So I started to do things that started to make me happy. That started to give me joy. Like I was like, yo, if it's this, so I got me a mantra without knowing I was doing spiritual work. And I
You
got
gave
me a
yourself a
mantra.
mantra?
Yeah, like I was like, if something's not fun, I'm not gonna do it.
What is
That's it.
Wait, what's a mantra?
A mantra is like an affirmation you give yourself that I make a promise to myself, or like I will do this for myself, or this is how I choose to tell myself when I'm
Is
in a
that like
situation that puts me in a flux.
a Buddhist thing?
It could be a Buddhist thing. It's
Uh,
more like a Sanskrit word. It comes from like from my understanding, it comes from like old Sanskrit. It's like an affirmation. Like you have affirmations, you know,
Affirm Yeah.
like
it's
people have affirmations like I'm worth it. I believe
Okay.
in myself. It's something
Yeah.
like that.
it's like
That's a mantra.
telling yourself that every day so that becomes your truth. So that's what you stick
No,
by. That's what
exactly. So my truth, I created a truth in that moment almost, if
right.
I may, which was if something's not fun, it's not worth my time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done suffering through life. You know, going through things, compromising for people, being like, oh, I'll do this today so I get that tomorrow. You know? No,
Right.
man, I gotta have fun now because I died at 21. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be 24 if I had not lived that moment. So I want to have fun in this because I don't want to be asking why am I still here.
Right. When you're like
So
60 or 70 or something like that.
exactly, and I
Right.
see people. You know, you see our parents and grandparents and so many people who are going through like, man, I just wish life was like this. I'd done this, this.
Right.
I wish I was happy. Or they're old and they're still struggling with like life. And be
Right.
like, yo, you're like an overgrown baby, man. Stop
Yeah.
throwing fits, you know,
Yeah.
or just enjoy your babyness. Like, stop being harsh on yourself. So I stopped being harsh on myself.
right.
And that was my healing journey, the beginning of my work. And then I met acting coaches, mentors, people in the arts who were like, yo, Shash, we love the way you talk. We love the way you work with yourself. We love the way you treat yourself. Tell us. And then I started getting benefits out of my work. You know, life started working out for me. Like, picture this, right? New Year's Day, 2017. I wake up, I'm woken up at 5 a.m. to go on a film set.
Yeah.
A guy who was suicidal 10 years ago, let's say. And the only thing he was like, maybe someday I'll be a filmmaker or an actor or something. You know, he wanted to do something fun with his life. He's waking up to go make a fucking movie on New Year's
Uh-huh.
Day. Could it be
Right.
more fun? Could I be luckier?
No,
No,
it
right?
was great time. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sounds like
And
an
that's
amazing
the
time.
work I do. So I've translated that now into my healing work. And even when I do that, I'm like, let's say someone comes to me. I'm like, bro, I can't tell you what to do with your life. I
Right.
can tell you what I do. And if that helps you, you're more than welcome to take it. So that's what I do in my healing work.
Right.
Those are the meditations I guide.
The one thing that stuck out to me, it sounded like you ultimately had to make that choice to want
What choice?
the choice to want to, like, if you felt suicidal, like you wanted, like you chose to not waste your time on things that weren't fun or weren't making you happy. Like you chose to
Bro,
take that initiative
yes. Yes,
to change your life around. Like, yeah,
I did.
I feel that. for
And
how
I
you
think
move.
that's the other thing. That's the other thing that goes into my work that I have to remind myself, and a lot of my healer friends now, because I'm in the community as well of healers, that the choice is for everyone to make for themselves. I can't make that choice for you, even
Right.
if I'm a healer. The day you make that choice, you come to me. That's why I don't
Right.
come to you.
So how long were you in England for before that crash happened?
So I was in England even after that crash for a while. I was in England from 2006 till 2011.
Okay, what was your purpose for
Between
going
that,
there
I
in
was
the
in
first
India
place?
for a few. So my parents moved to England for my mom's PhD, and they offered for me to go with them for an undergrad because I'd been kicked out of engineering school in India, and I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
So I went to England for undergrad in journalism.
What school in England?
Middlesex University, Trent Park.
Yeah.
It was
Did that take 4 years to get a degree?
No, it was 3. It was 3 years. It was an arts degree.
Okay, and then so was acting always the goal for you?
Never.
Never?
Never was.
Never
I've been
was.
kicked out of school because I was an actor. I've been bullied in school because I was an actor when I was in school as a hobbyist. So I never thought I was gonna do it. I was like, I'm a short dude, like I'm 5'6", right? I'm not gonna say short, I'm 5'6", but whatever. So people would like always tell me I'm not good looking, all that stuff, right? So I never thought I was gonna be an actor. But with that said, when it came to me because I felt like I had done everything with my life, but something that I enjoyed doing. That's how my mantra also came to me. You know, when I was in my depressed state, I realized I'd done everything, but I hadn't done the thing I had most fun doing, which was acting. So let me try that. Fuck people, fuck what they say, right?
Yeah.
So I
Right.
did a crash course. Right, yeah. So I did a crash course in India in acting, and there my coaches were like, "You should try to look into acting, bro. You're good, right?" So at
So
that
what was
point,
the
I was like,
plan if you weren't going to be an
"What?
actor?
No. It wasn't the goal. See, before 25, before 24, there was no goal to be an actor. There was no idea of acting. Right? I
Yeah,
went
what
to
did you want to
university.
do?
I didn't know. I was just going with life. I was like, okay, right now I'm a journalist. Right now I'm an entrepreneur. Right now I'm this. Right now I'm that. I can do all of this, but I don't want to do any of this. So none of this works.
Yeah,
That's what I just didn't want to do a 9 to 5. I knew that I couldn't do a 9 to 5.
same, bro.
That
I
shit was gonna kill
can't
me.
be doing that.
Right. So I had one part of clarity. I needed the rest cleared up, right? It was a lot of dirt. So when I was like, okay, if acting's gonna be fun, if acting's the thing I enjoy, and if I were lucky, I would be an actor. So I asked myself a question that day when I was depressed. I was like, what would I do if I was lucky, right? I was like, I would be an actor on the Martin Scorsese set.
Hell
That's what
yeah.
came to me. Like, I want to be on a Scorsese set in like The Departed or something, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, that's dope. But I'm nowhere close to that. I'm suicidal right now. So let's change this. That was the beginning of the healing journey. So I did a crash course in India in acting, and those guys were like, yo, you're good. So I was like, if I'm any good, I'll apply to the Actor Studio or Guildhall in London, where Craig, what's his name? Craig, the James Bond dude, man.
Oh, Craig, crap. I can't remember his name. I don't know. What was it? Do you remember, Ty? I'll look it up.
What?
James Bond. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig.
Daniel
Okay.
Craig. Yeah, that's where Daniel Craig, Ewan McGregor went. So I was like, yo, I'm either going to Pacino school or I'm going to Ewan McGregor and Daniel Craig school, right?
Right.
I'm going to apply to these two schools if I'm any good. Pacino and Actor Studio was my first preference.
Mm-hmm.
I applied, I got in, I didn't even go for Guildhall. And my life has been going on this path, and I've become an actor, and I've worked on Off-Broadway in New York. I've done films, you know, and stuff in LA. And I'm creating stuff in New York right now and doing film festivals and living in America. Like, life is magical and doing healing work.
What you said like your dream would be to work on a Scorsese set. What like has been the most fulfilling thing that you've done so far as an actor?
Wow, that's a great question. I've done a lot of fulfilling things. I've honestly done a lot of fulfilling things. As an actor,
didn't you play, I could be wrong, but I swear I thought you showed me you played Charlie Chaplin in this one short film.
I didn't play Charlie
You
Chaplin
didn't play.
ever.
Okay.
I played characters, and like the characters I play sometimes in comedies are inspired by his work or Rowan Atkinson's work in Mr. Bean or Buster Keaton's work. Those guys are my inspirations. Their
Yeah.
physical comedy, their body language inspires me. Their energy, how they are so expressive that they can't really hold back what they're trying to say while they're trying to hold back. They're trying not to fuck up. Those things inspire me.
Charlie Chaplin's a classic.
Yeah, Chaplin's a classic. Buster Keaton's a classic. All these people I'm naming, they're legends. Robert Williams himself as well.
Yeah.
So, and I'm naming big names, but I look at those people. So, yeah, I played those kind of parts. But one of the most fulfilling moments as an actor for me didn't come on stage. It came outside the actor studio when Al Pacino stepped up to shake my hand and said, "Hi, I'm Al."
Al Pacino shook your hand?
He stepped up to shake my hand. It wasn't even like me going that way, "Hey, Al, I'm a fan." I was just standing grinning, shell-shocked that this dude shook my hand.
Wait, were you on stage? Was it performance?
No, I was just hanging out.
Wait.
And he was hanging out.
Wait, where were you guys hanging out?
At the actor studio.
And then he just showed up and shook your hand and was
talking. He was hanging out. He came, he was talking to my friend because she just worked.
That's crazy.
And I was talking to my friend, and because he came and he's my biggest inspiration as an actor, one of my biggest inspirations as an actor since I was a kid was Pacino. So the fact that he was standing there, I didn't even realize I was grinning from ear to ear, bro. And my friend goes, "You see that grin?" And Pacino sees my smile and he sees it and he steps up and he shakes my hand. So it's like he had sympathy for me or whatever,
That is
That was one of the most fulfilling moments as an actor, as a person, I would say. Like, coming face to face with my inspiration and he makes the effort to say hi to me.
Right.
Yeah. Have you ever met anyone else like that famous?
I've met a lot of people, a lot of celebrities, but my thing is, I believe in myself and I've been so like, in a way, it also comes from a place of darkness that I focus on myself. I never really focus on my celebrities.
Yeah.
Or like people. I'm not a guy who'll come up to you and be like, "Hey, I'm a big fan." If I see you sitting next to me and we have a conversation, I'll be like, "I love your work." I'm a big fan, but I would never come up for an autograph. That's not me. That's how I work.
Exactly.
Since I was a kid, like even though I never thought of becoming a celebrity or an actor myself, I was like, "Yo, good for you. You're famous." Maybe I was jealous. I don't know. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not coming up saying I want an autograph. I appreciate you from a distance.
Yeah, it's also just rude to interrupt their day like that because they probably get so many.
I don't think so. I don't agree. Because I'll tell you why. Now I appreciate people who do that. Because that dude, because sometimes it happens to me now, right? I go for a show and someone comes up to me, "Yo, I saw your work 2 years ago and I still remember you."
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the same thing at a different level, right?
Yeah.
So when that happens, I may be having a bad day.
But
and someone comes up and says that. Just hang on, let me say this. Someone comes and says that, at least at this point, it makes me feel like, yo, when I put my heart on the stage, at least I see. So that's how I see it right now. But what were you gonna say? Go on.
But I was thinking, I understand how you see like that, but I was saying Leonardo DiCaprio, George Clooney, they probably can't even go to the grocery store, take a walk outside without getting 10 different people asking.
That I understand, but even Clooney could be having a shitty ass day, and some homeless woman says, "Yo, that beard looks good on you." She doesn't even know it's Clooney. She's so lost in her bubble that she doesn't know it's Clooney. She just likes the beard, because it hit her, and that will make his day.
That's true.
The other side of it. So it can go both ways, of course.
Yeah.
But
would you rather?
There's a beauty to it, and because I didn't do it, when I saw people do it, I found more respect for them because I didn't respect them earlier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to be one of them. Now that I successfully did that part, when I see people do it, I'm like, oh wow, that's why you did it. So maybe someday I'll do it too. Maybe if I meet someone I'm really inspired by.
Right. It was always weird. What? It was always weird thinking about celebrities, like people that you grow up with, like Childish Gambino, for me, example. Like I really admired him, but I never really understood why people would want to like take their towel after they're done performing or something, or like their shirt or something. But like after I saw like Childish Gambino live, like actually saw him, I was like, holy shit, these people that we admire and we take inspiration from are real people, are actual living people. And it's like,
where did you see Gambino?
Madison Square, bro.
What?
You saw
Yes.
Gambino at
This is America Tour, fourth row. Listen.
You've never told me this.
I told you this, bro. Best concert of my life.
Dude, what? Okay,
so Ray Sremmurd opened, right? So that was already lit. And that's when they dropped Srem Life 3. So like that was popping. We get there early. We're on the top rafters, like because we got like really cheap tickets. But we're vibing out hardcore to Ray Sremmurd, right? This big black dude comes over to us, and he's like, how many of y'all are there? And we're like, there's 3 of us. He gives us tickets to go all the way down to the 4th row. We were like,
wow, what?
Okay, yeah, bro, I swear. And we go down there, and then it's just like, I could have touched him. I could have put my arm on put my hand on his leg. Not going to do that. But like, and it just, like, I
don't know, you might have done that by the sound of it. You might be into that.
What?
How much was the tickets? You were nosebleeds?
Yes.
How much were those tickets?
The nosebleeds ones?
Yeah.
Fuck. $250 probably. Because the cheapest, we paid $80. We paid $80 for the cheapest tickets we could get.
Where'd you get them?
Ticketmaster, I think.
See, I always tell you Madison Square Garden tickets were just like thousands of dollars.
No.
I think you need to come to New York to know the reality of New York. I think you have an idea of New York that's
right, Cody.
What do you mean New York?
Because you think
not thousands of dollars to go to Madison Square Garden.
So, Josh, we were talking about the subway and how hella expensive that is, and Cody was like, "How much you think thought the subway was a month?"
I thought the subway, like, you could have like a membership where it was like maybe like $30 a month, but like. Ty has a friend named Harold who lives in New York, and he says a membership for the subway is like $130.
Yeah, because it's $275 a ride, so that's still cheap, technically, if you think about it.
But Ty told me about
$30 a month $30 a month was like London Underground. No, even that was $80 a month back in like 2005.
Is that how you get around subway?
I used to, but now because of quarantine, I just don't.
Yeah,
right.
But Ty told me that subway hopping. He said he subway hopped every single time.
What do you mean by subway hopping? I don't know.
Like, don't like hop over the turnstile. Like not paying.
Oh no!
Not paying, basically.
No, Ty said that's like normalized in New York.
It is kind of, people do it and it's dope. I fucking love them for doing it. I don't have the balls to do that. I tried it. I didn't even try it once. I was trying to pay and go. My buddy's like, yo, just come through, right?
Right.
And I go through, and next thing I know, I'm paying $80 because the cops saw us.
Oh,
the one time I did
$80 fine?
Yeah, so I'm not doing that stuff. I usually I prefer to walk because I live in Manhattan.
Right.
And it's beautiful to walk in New York usually.
Yeah.
You know, listen to music, check out beautiful people, just keep walking.
But if you had to get from like Manhattan to the Bronx, like I don't know anything about the 5 boroughs. Like I don't know how far.
I would take the subway, but usually my stuff is in Manhattan.
So what is like? How long is like a subway ride from Manhattan to like the Bronx?
I don't know, but it depends on where in Manhattan. If you're downtown, then I think to the Bronx it'll be about an hour.
Jeez,
20.
Really?
Yeah,
so would it be quicker to drive almost?
Driving to the Bronx depends. No, it might take you around. No, it won't take that long. Because driving might be fast. It depends on traffic. New York has so much traffic too. It might take you 3 hours to get to the Bronx.
Yeah.
So you just kind of hang out in Manhattan.
Yeah, I hang out in Manhattan. I've only been to the Bronx a couple of times, maybe.
Okay. All right. So we're hitting the 40-minute mark. So
right.
Oh shit! Already?
Yeah, we're gonna close it out. Shash, we're gonna edit it tonight, and then I'm gonna send you the link.
Do it.
You can
Good
listen
talk.
to it. Yeah, it was a good talk. You did real well. Man. Good conversation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it to you, and you can listen to it. And if you want something cut or whatever, just let us know. But everything seemed good.
Yeah. Also, since you guys are putting it out there, I will let you know, like, if you have people who are looking for any kind of like healing work or like anything, you want to look at my work, you can share my Instagram with them.
Yes.
My
Instagram,
Shashwat37, Shashwat37, SHASHW8037, and my website, and that's great.
Do you have a Twitter?
I do, but I don't use Twitter. I'm cutting social media out. I killed Facebook.
I was thinking like that, but like I hate social media, but like.
But you're always tweeting though. That's the thing.
No, because what I'm saying, I feel like to go into the entertainment industry, you have to be on social media.
I don't, because I'll have a manager. I'll have a publicist who'll handle that.
That's true. You have people who handle that.
Right now, for me, it's about working. If I can work and create the work, I think the rest of it will come to me. The way I know myself. So there are people for whom it's important to be on social media because that's how they work. That doesn't work for me that well. So I deleted Facebook. Not that I have anything against social media. I love Instagram. I just didn't think Facebook was responsible enough with my data. And Facebook as a platform had a lot more data that I was comfortable sharing. So I deleted Facebook. Twitter is not something I'm about because I write poetry, so I don't need to tweet.
Yeah.
Right.
I love taking pictures. I love sharing my pictures. And I love sharing my life with my friends in pictures. So I use Instagram. That's it.
I just need to get more active with Instagram. I use Twitter every single day. I like Twitter.
Nice.
Okay, but bro, when I come out to New York, we gotta link up.
Totally, please.
I'm gonna try and come out this summer. I don't even know when we're gonna get out of quarantine, honestly. But
we'll talk about the new world when we get there. Once this thing is over, it'll be a whole different world.
Yes, true. They're thinking about canceling the fall semester for college, though, which is crazy.
Wow. Which is great. Everyone gets to hang out and have a good time. Why do you want to go to school? Just create podcasts, bro.
I know that's the pro. Is
exactly
pumping out
so
podcasts.
fall semester gets canceled, you're gonna have a great time.
That's true. All right, bro. Good conversation. Good talk.
Yes, man.
Yes.
And I'll see you, bro.
You guys have a great day.
You too.
Yes.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you, man.
Yeah, nice meeting you too, Ty. You take care, bro.
Yeah.